we're not. Now we are.
Now we're back.
Now we're back. I jumped the gun.
You just started talking.
Son of a bitch didn't have the clacker. It's going insane.
All right.
Fuckers.
All right, we're on Marvel.
Go Green Bay.
Not too much to talk about, but a little bit of everything. Marvel/Disney. We'll talk about Star Wars a little bit.
Well, if you're going to talk about Marvel, we might as well talk about Disney and Star Wars because they're all related.
Yeah. Universes aren't related yet.
Yeah. Guardians of the Galaxy could bridge it.
They could. You never know. You never know. They could have little segues like they've already have like E.T. and Star Wars. So technically.
Oh, so much for the Browns.
Okay. Are they down already?
Yeah.
Colts won, by the way. Colts won by 3. All right. Hercules.
Yeah, my son learned to clap this week. It's so fucking cute.
Like one of those clapping monkeys with the symbols.
No, he just like he puts it in like. He's just amazed
about. There's not no like the dexterity stuff there.
No, it takes you back, and I've said this before. I'll say it again. I think I even did it on the podcast. It is so adorable. It's straight out of Futurama when Lore was high after eating the hippie, and he's like, "My hands, they can touch everything except." Oh my God, they can do that. It's like that's what it's like watching him do that. It's so awesome. I love it.
Okay.
I'm sorry, it's funny to me.
Maybe it's me. That's gonna be a running joke.
Maybe it's
that might be a running joke for like the next couple podcasts. Wow. Okay. Marvel Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. If you haven't watched it, we're going to spoil it for you.
Watch everything. Watch everything.
Yeah, but
watch everything, including the movies, because
okay. What's happening is basically you have the Inhumans going on right now,
which is a nice storyline, but
well, we'll see. I mean, we need a little bit more material before we decide. They might be meshing it pretty well. Right now, it just seems like it's a little bit too much.
It seems disjointed.
They got away from
Shield,
and they're now on the Inhumans. Now, whether they're transitioning that, apparently they're going to make a movie or at least some kind of TV show about them.
Which is good. I don't know. It felt very. This week's episode felt very disjointed.
It did.
It felt very all over the place.
God, Fitz and Simmons. I'm so mad about them.
Still?
Yeah.
Are you mad because Simmons is lost in the Rock or
both?
And I like Fitz being a badass. I like Fitz's confidence coming back out of him. It's a good character trait. It's a good development. But it's a good development of the character.
Yeah.
I mean, you didn't get to see all that escalation to that cocky guy that he is now, but I don't think you even needed it. You understand how passionate he is about Simmons now and that the love is really there, which you knew it was to begin with from the first season. But now it's really starting to come out. And just the way he handled those fucking assholes in Turkey or wherever the hell he was.
Yeah, the Muslims.
Not all Muslims are bad. But it just that arrogance that he had, that he was so profound about his situation that I know the answer's here. I know you have the answer, and you're not. If you kill me, you're not going to get what you want. That was brilliant.
Yeah.
Building up that character from nothing, the literal show of himself that he was last season. Holy shit!
Well, the stuttering machine he was, so to speak.
Yeah, but now that confidence is coming out, and he's arrogant about what he wants to do. I mean, the fact that at the end of the episode he's
just grab a shotgun,
beating on the fucking rock like, you son of a bitch, give my bitch back.
I just want them two to be together.
Bro,
like everyone else in the series has kind of had their moment in the sky. They're good moments. Like even you got like Bobby and what's his name, the girl Barbara. She goes with Bobby.
Yeah, Bobby.
They are together. They got their moment together and over their bullshit.
You
had Sky or now Daisy over their bullshit.
Yeah, they need to call her Sky.
Yeah, I don't like her being called Daisy. I guess that's her code name, I guess.
Just not.
But everyone has had their like moments.
Except the black dude.
Yet.
Well, I'm just saying that's the only character left that needs a little bit more development because, quite honestly, the way he was last season, I still don't understand. Huh?
He's kind of like your token black guy.
Yeah, but I don't 100% trust his character yet. Like, I think that's the one character left that needs fleshed out a little bit more. Like, everyone else, we know where they're coming from, what they're doing. He's the only one that's kind of on the sideline, like, may or may not play for this team or that team. Like, I want that fleshed out just a little bit more. But the fact that they got the bus back, and a better bus at that.
A hover bus.
Yeah. They got the carrier.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they got everything they need.
Is May dead?
No.
Okay, good. I was like For some reason, she wasn't in the season
She
at all.
comes back this week.
Because I didn't see her at all. I'm like, I didn't think I don't remember her dying. I know she kind of got back with her ex, didn't she?
Sort of.
Sort of, kind of.
Like, yeah, but that's more that romantic melodrama bullshit that we could care less about.
Yeah, well,
we just want the comic book
back.
stuff.
She's badass.
We want the comic book stuff.
Yeah. Anything else on?
Watch it. Just seriously watch it. I know we haven't had a lot of positive things to say about this week's episode, but seriously, if you've never, please do. Get on board. It's good stuff.
Good stuff.
It's not overly comic booky. It's enjoyable for the casual fan.
It is. It is. We just like, I like how the season 1 built, because that's when I started liking it, like midway through season 1.
Season 2.
Season 2 kind of built. Season 2 got away from what I liked the most, but I don't dislike it, but it wasn't like my favorite.
I like the build up because it was a better tie-in with Thor and Guardians of the Galaxy. Like I liked the way they were going deeper into the universe with it, and now it seems like they pulled back from that, and now they're just going to focus on Terra for a little while.
Actually, I think I know what they're doing. I think they're going more towards Captain America Winter Soldier Civil War.
That needs a build up.
It does. I hope they play more towards that.
If you didn't see it, the build up at the end of Ant-Man, check that shit out.
Yeah, check that shit out. So we're in Marvel. You saw the trailer for Jessica Jones. Good, bad.
I'm into it.
Have you actually seen a trailer for Daredevil?
No, I've seen the trailer for Daredevil.
Okay,
I want to watch it. It's just allotting time for such a thing to take place. I might. Well, me and her are home this week. I might try to do that.
Okay.
Because I'm not overly behind on the DVR right now because Arrow and Flash haven't come back yet, and I don't think Person of Interest is coming back until.
Isn't this the last season of Person?
Yeah, it's going to be a 13 episode arc, but I don't think it's coming back till like November or something. It's going to be like one of those mid-season fill-ins. They're just going to tie it up, which is good. At least they're tying it up on like Heroes.
Yeah, didn't Heroes just end abruptly?
It ended very abruptly, and they just let it die.
Because of the strike rate.
Pretty much.
That will bug my brain.
Yeah, but luckily for you, you didn't have the weight that me and the wife had because that was our show. That was the show that we were balls deep in. That, and we were loving it and enjoying it, and we were all geeked for what was going to happen next. And then, 4 years later, now, what happens next?
Did you see this week's episode?
Yes.
Is it tied in with what happened?
Yeah.
Okay.
Don't
ruin it. Just it tied in with how it ended. Okay.
Yes. It's not a complete start over.
Then I completely understand what you're saying because
it's not a complete start over. They're bridging. Now, in the first 2 episodes have literally been a bridge. So the bridge is slow. The bridge is not as interesting as it could be, and I think it's only a 13 episode season because they're feeling it out right now. It's gonna go. It should go. It's amazing.
I got you. I felt the same way whenever Dark Knight come out, and then you have to wait 4 years for Dark Knight Returns.
Yes.
Rises or whatever. Which I don't know why they called it that. Should have just called it Nightfall.
It would have been better had it been called
Nightfall because you played the Nightfall story. Why not? Or
you own the fucking copyright. You can call it whatever in the hell you want. It doesn't matter if there's a copyright.
The Gotham Knight, something like that. I don't know anything but the Dark Knight Rises. I don't know. I mean, it makes sense, but I just think you could have had a better title than that.
Well, part 2 would have been
TDK,
more interesting had they called it The Killing Joke, but that's
TDK off. Okay, so now since we're in Marvel / Disney, we'll go ahead and go to segue to Star Wars. I heard this, and I think he heard this.
Boba Fett's not dead.
Boba Fett's not dead. Hey.
He's gonna get his own movie. Actually, he's gonna be in Episode 7.
He will be in Episode 7. He'll get his own movie. They had a trailer made where it was him. Like the Sarlacc pit is like completely destroyed. Like it's like torn open from like you have guts everywhere.
Yeah.
And it's him walking away, and he pulls out his arm, and hits a button on his arm, and then Slave One rises up behind him in the sand. It was covered in the sand because he was in there for so long.
Mm.
And he rises up out of the sand, and you just see him go, and he goes and gets back in.
Fan made?
It's pretty awesome to me. What?
Fan made?
I didn't hear you.
Fan made?
Yes, but I like it. Oh, your cat just puked. So that's good news. I like that. Star Wars. If you don't know the thing we just shared, I'll share it to you. I'm going to try to put it right in this.
He's gonna
Hopefully I can put it right here, like over my face. I don't. I'll just go and tell you just in case I can't put it in. But it's basically the kids in episode 3 holding the lightsaber, and the guys or Anakin's holding the lightsaber, and it's right before he kills all the kids, and like no one ever blamed the lightsaber. Pretty much dissing all the gun things. And here's what I wanted to ask you about. Do you think? What do you think? If you had any complaints about the original, the Star Wars series, what would they be? Any complaints about the original series or whatever?
First or second trilogy?
Either.
Jar Jar Binks.
Okay, that's everyone's complaint.
That would be top of my list.
Why do you think people?
I don't know. The poor acting in the first one probably would have been one thing, but that's what gives it its charm now. You know, when you go back and you look at it, that's what's charming. That's what makes it interesting is the fact that it's such a great story, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
You get past it. You don't even care that at that point in time, even after American Graffiti, Mark Hamill didn't have his feet wet yet.
I didn't think the acting in the first one. I thought you meant episode 1, not the first trilogy.
Well, you said in general, so I was just
okay. I'm just asking.
4, 5, and 6. He got better as it went along.
You know, you want to know? Apparently, Hayden Christensen's coming back in episode 8.
Is it going to be Ghost Anakin?
I don't know. They say he's coming back in episode 8.
Oh, Ghost Anakin.
Now, whether they, there's a story arc out there in one of the books where
novels. Let's call them novels.
I'm sorry, novels, books, whatever. Where apparently Emperor Palpatine, like they have the capability to clone like Jango Fett.
Yeah.
Cloned himself in case he ever died.
Yeah.
It continues. So that is a possibility. Now, the rumor is he might have also cloned Anakin. And that might be part of the story in episodes like 8 and 9.
That would have been his downfall, but that's the point.
That's like there's rumor that he might come back in episodes 8. Or, 8 and 9. I have no issue with it. I didn't think he was horrible. Here's my issue with the only issue I have with Star Wars. Jar Jar Binks is obviously horrible, but
everyone fucking hates Jar Jar Binks.
Oh, there's that one idiot out there that probably loves Jar Jar Binks.
No, there's probably 100 idiots out there that think Jar Jar Binks is the best thing that ever happened in the franchise, but they need fucking shot.
Yeah, they do. How many hours is Adrian Peterson at? Only 13. You bitch. Okay. So my issue with this is the way that they portray the Force early is more realistic to the way they portray it late. Here's why.
The argument with the Force would be the midichlorian thing.
No, that's not what I argue. Okay, in episodes 4, 5, and 6, whenever Luke has he has that moment of anger when he's fighting Lord Vader that his sister might be turned and he doesn't. He gets really mad and uses that anger and beats Lord Vader in a fight. You know how the second it's done, the second the fight's over, he cuts his arm off. He goes, nah, I'm not this guy, and he just tosses lightsaber aside I'm a Jedi, not a Sith. And he makes that choice.
Well, yeah, but that was the point of the argument: is I'm not going to beat you like that.
My issue is if you go back to episode 3, apparently the second Hayden Christensen cut off, or Anakin Skywalker
Dooku.
cut off. No, not Dooku. Second episode 3. The second Anakin cut off Mace Windu's hand, he was apparently dark side immediately. He went evil so fast, and that's what my issue is you don't have that maturation process of becoming evil. Fuck you. You don't have that process of him becoming evil. It just happened like a light switch.
I don't know.
You're not even 12 hours into it, and his eyes go from normal color to that evil red.
But he was buried in it because of the promises it foretold.
I understand that.
Only because what Sifo Dyas told him about
Sifo Dyas. Palpatine.
Sifo Dyas. Lord Sidious.
Oh, Sidious. Okay.
Well, he was Jedi Master Sifo Dyas, then he was Lord Sidious, then he was the Emperor Palpatine.
Okay. Whatever.
Get caught up.
You shush up.
Get caught up. But the promises he foretold from his master, whose name escapes me at this point in time, was the one that escaped death, which he did not. It was all a fucking fable and a lie.
Mm-hmm.
Because the only one at that point to ever escape what death is truly understood as was Qui-Gon, Jedi Master Qui-Gon, is the only one to escape death. and then he taught Yoda, and he taught Obi-Wan.
And then apparently
from the Beyond.
Christian learned it, but
yeah, and then down the line. Yeah. That was never what explained.
Yeah.
There would be my hang up with all of it is it's never explained how Anakin was taught by Qui-Gon to do that. Unless Qui-Gon came to him, but of course they couldn't have done that back then when they made the original film. They just had him standing there.
They did go over it a little bit in the Clone Wars series. They did it with Yoda. I don't know if maybe Yoda taught Obi-Wan. But
well, Yoda was the only person in contact with Qui-Gon at the time. Though, if we do pay attention, in Episode 2, when Anakin is slaughtering the Sand People, it is Liam Neeson's voice in the background saying, don't. You know what I mean? You get that whole moment that maybe he is reaching out, trying to make contact, and then I guess that would make sense. But we never really saw where hologram Qui-Gon was like, oh, Yoda, listen to me, I guess.
I thought of a reason why the council didn't want that's gonna be a good game. I thought of a reason why the council didn't want Qui-Gon in training Anakin, because his master went dark side, and apparently had an apprentice that did too.
Who was Tyrannus's apprentice?
Tyrannus, his master was Count Dooku.
No, Darth Tyrannus is Count Dooku.
Okay.
That was Qui-Gon's master.
Yes.
But you said his apprentice went dark as well, so who was his apprentice?
Qui-Gon Jinn's apprentice before Obi-Wan.
Would have been Darth Maul?
I don't remember.
Well,
I just know that
it could have
been. I heard it online, I don't remember the name. And that's why they didn't want him training Anakin, because Anakin was a little bit unstable. Let's just say that. Young Anakin was unstable.
Well, we had mommy issues.
Yeah.
We've already gone into that.
Issues, period. But
well, we've gone into that like in depth on this shit.
Yeah. My issue, I just have an issue with how drastically quick he just flipped the switch and went dark side. You can do bad things in the heat of a battle. It doesn't make you a bad person. Like if someone broke into your house right now and was trying to kill you, your wife, and your child, and you killed that person, are you a bad person? No. Did you do a bad thing? You killed someone? Yes. But you did it for a noble reason. So that doesn't make you a bad person. Just like I don't believe knowing the dark side makes you a bad person.
Mace Windu.
Or Luke Skywalker. He masters both sides of the Force too. Just that one side of the Force is primarily you gain more strength in it whenever you are emotionally driven. That in the Force weighs on you. That's why dark side is so heavy, because it weighs on you and it pushes it really weighs on you. I don't know how to explain that.
But I think Mace and Luke's strength from the dark side.
Serenity.
Huh?
Serenity.
Well, it comes in knowing your opponent. Knowing what they're going to do, how they're going to do it, how they're going to attack you, what they're going to do. I think their two strengths come from that. And the knowledge of the other side is the one thing that almost every other Jedi lacked. It was just this fucking arrogant nobility.
So what is your goal?
The arrogant nobility was the fall of the Jedi. That was it.
I think it's lack of knowing, because you have this is why I think Mace Windu is one. Him and Yoda are like one of the two leaders of the Jedi. You have Yoda, who is probably, let's just say he's the purest Jedi. Can we say that he's probably the purest?
That we know of. I'm sure somebody's written something that
at the time of the movie he's the purest. He is the most knowledgeable and most in tune with the Force.
It's hands down that he is the most knowledgeable of the Force.
Yeah, considering what they gave him for years.
Yeah, well, you have to.
Okay. So we can agree on that, right?
Yes.
And I think Mace Windu, the reason why them two are like the co-leaders of the Jedi Order, because they're the only ones that ever talk. The reason why he is, because he is probably the most knowledgeable of all of them of the dark side.
Mace.
So we probably agree on that.
Yeah.
You have the most knowledgeable of the light side and the most knowledgeable of the dark side. That's why it has a purple lightsaber, light and dark crystal.
Well, we've already had that discussion too. It was solely because he had mastered the Jedi art of the lightsaber so good that his defense was almost an attack.
Are you talking about the color now? The color has nothing to do with that.
No, I'm just talking
originally his color was going to be like blue, but actor Steve
Mace Windu.
no the
Or,
actor
Samuel
Samuel
Jackson.
Jackson demanded his lightsaber would be different from everyone else's if he wanted to do if they wanted it.
Well, but they
Which
wrote,
is awesome. I loved it.
But they wrote that in as canon that he had mastered the art of defense, which is what Jedi lightsaber is all about, is defense, not attack. To the point that his defense was an attack.
Mm-hmm.
So it was like that knowledge of the dark side that gave his defense that edge.
Mm-hmm.
That's canon. It's inarguable. Like,
well,
someone could do some fan fiction about it, but it's not going to stand up because that's the real
the
deal
reason why
right
it's
there.
purple is because understanding the dark side, and I've explained this before. I'll do it real quick. Basically, there's a planet they go to, and that's where a Padawan gets his crystal for his lightsaber. Okay?
We're nerds.
We are. There's a planet you go to, and you get your crystal. Now you can get your crystal, like red crystals there too, but the Sith, it's not a good idea to have the Sith and the Jedi going to the same place.
They ain't going there. That's why Sith crystals are always synthetic.
Yeah, and the synthetic ones are made with a little bit of dark energy. They're actually synthesized and made with dark energy. And when you have dark energy, if the user is really in tune with the dark force, you have a chance, slight chance, like 1 in a million or 1 in 100,000, but a chance of shattering the other gem with your dark energy, channeled through your actual gem. That's the upside to the synthetic. Mace Windu has 2 gems in his lightsaber: the blue gem he found when he was young, and a red synthetic gem, so that would never happen to his lightsaber. That's why he has that. That's why he is knowledgeable enough of that side of the force to know that. So that's why he put that to counter that. That way his lightsaber can never be shattered by dark energy.
Feel free to argue, kids, but by far my favorite lightsaber model is Mace Windu's in Episode 3. The gold cladding with the black and the polished silver.
Saw is absolutely adventurous. Well, Ahsoka Tano's pretty good too.
I just really like Mace's. Like in Episode 1, if you paid attention, it was all just flat and gray with a little bit of black, and it wasn't that showy or anything. It was very utilitarian. But as it progressed, and you see it in Episode 3 with the gold ring and everything, it's absolutely beautiful. I own one. I absolutely love it. It's my favorite.
Could pick like the color or your style of lightsaber, what would you pick?
Double bladed purple.
Double bladed purple, so staff.
Staff or dual wielding? I'm kind of on the fence. I'm a little bit better with dual wielding than I am with staff.
There's an upside and a downside to both. Staff is very good for defense, and it's kind of intimidating.
Did you see the latest, greatest out of The Force is With You this week?
No.
Lightsaber battle they posted online with staff versus 2 fighters.
And how would that go?
Staff won.
Yeah, staff is good for.
I like the use of the staff. For me personally, I'm a lot better with 1 back, 1 forward in an attack and defense position than I am with 1 bar. That's just me and my fighting style and how I do it. Yes, because I lightsaber duel in my front yard in fucking summertime. It's fun.
So yeah, I like the motions of just using 1 and mastering 1. I do like all the spinning and stuff.
I like having that other arm that I can cock.
So you want like a shorter lightsaber
defense? It'd be nice. I could order it right now if I wanted
to. Okay. Curved hilt, flat hilt.
For defense, I would want curve. For attack, I'd want straight.
All right.
Just the way it holds, because then I can angle it out and keep it away from my arm and block, parry, snatch, flip. There's a lot I can do.
What color?
Purple.
Both of them?
Yeah, I really like the fucking color purple because a pink lightsaber just doesn't really come across that well. It doesn't show.
It would be rare. You'd probably be one of the only ones that have one. If you were a Jedi.
I like pink, kids. I really do like the color pink. Not because it's October, not because it's all about titty awareness. The fucking color pink is pretty goddamn awesome.
Okay. Me, if I had to pick, I wouldn't do a staff.
Pike?
I'm a no.
I mean, the options are out there. You could literally build any kind of lightsaber you wanted. Never mind what's in the comics. Any style you would like to fight.
If I had to pick, now that any styles out there, that changes it. I would probably see. I'm a big person. I have some actual strength to me, so I would want one I can use power with. But I do like dual wielding.
My God, I love dual wielding. Dual wielding is so much fun, especially after you practice.
It sounds stupid, but I'm very good at ping pong. You can ask Aaron and James this. I beat the fuck out of them on poker night. We had like a tournament. We were like, who wins the most games? Like it's like $5 or whatever. I won like 32 games.
You're good at beer pong too. You're actually a pretty good partner.
I have dexterity in that. So my grip, I would say I'd want to be based on for defense. This grip would be based on defense with my right hand. So I would dual wield, and I would hold this one somewhere. I would hold the paddle or deflect, and I would probably so I'd hold it a certain way. Dual wielding. You getting lightsabers?
Yeah.
All right. We're bringing out lightsabers. I'll use your swords here. We'll go against each other.
I'll do that.
Okay. Okay. And then I would want the other one normal. So I would go backhand with this with an overtop. So like I'd be able to like hold it like a backhand. I don't know how else to do that. I think I'd be better at defense than I would be at the actual attacking part.
This works out so well, and if I could get this, or actually
need
if
a
I
shorter one.
order this in like a 2 foot as opposed to the 3.5 that it is right now, that would be the perfect.
I think it'd be better if this was curved because it can.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Back, yeah.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I would really like, but I'd like the curve in so I can angle it out for protection. It can be a staff. It can be a dual wield.
I think
it
those
could be
are too
whatever
long
you
for me.
want.
I would like a shorter one because I want to get in close to person. Okay. So this one, yeah, I can hold it like that because ping pong.
Well, these are the Hasbro ones, so they're a little bit wider than what you can get on the open market. The point is, the ones you can get on the open market are the size of the blade, and they're far more horrible, and ease of use is insane.
Yeah, this is
batteries
way
are out
too
of
long
them.
for this. I know, I tried that. This is way too long. I would want to be up close and personal. So.
I like long. I like length. I like distance. Because I hold you at bay while I'm planning my next.
You hold me at bay. I like to be able to like swipe up and then be on attack next.
Exactly. But
so
that's
I would
what I'm
dual
saying
wield
about the Dooku.
What's this? A 3-foot blade?
Yeah.
It's a 3-foot blade.
3.5.
First off, the hilt needs to be smaller for me. The hilt would have to be smaller, so I want a smaller hilt that I could grip. I don't want to have so much mobility up and down. I want to just flat grip.
And I like to choke up on my shit. I don't want to hold it at the base. I like to hold it right below the blade.
I wouldn't want to hold it. I wouldn't want to be as far away from the blade just in case someone slides it down the blade. You don't have the catcher thing that you're saying that this the crossbar is for.
But you get it.
You can, but I do like the two. If I did two-handed, I would want a longer blade, but I want a dual wield and I want it to be shorter. So I would say that here back needs to be how big the handle is, and the other one I would probably like take a foot off of it. I have one like about 2.5 feet. That'd be about what there.
Yeah, give or take.
And then the other one would be 2 feet. That's how I would like it. And I would like the second one to be a curved hilt.
Exactly. The Dooku hilt.
Yeah. So that was cool.
All very doable. I know I've recommended Ultra Sabers in the past, but I'm going to have to lean more towards Saber Forge or Vader's Vault. If you can afford it and you have the money, a Makoto is how you want to roll.
Purple and orange. The attacking one orange. The other one orange. The attacking one orange. The defense one purple. Because the defense one will take more hits. Like the left-handed one will take more hits. And so it needs to be able to take dark energy. That's why.
And if any of you think I haven't researched this at all, I could have JD read the top part of my toolbar on my Mac right now. And the first 4 lines are Vader's Vault, Makoto, Saber Forge, and Ultra Sabers.
Custom lightsaber. That's one of them too.
Saber Forge. Yeah. So I'm well researched. I know where I'm going.
What kind of a Jedi would you be? What would you be your forte? Like I think I would be good at defense. I would be good at like getting shot at or defending myself.
I would be better at subterfuge.
Okay.
That would be more my thing. Spying, hit and run, that kind of thing. Like the whole Rebel Alliance at the beginning of the whole thing, just hit and run.
I see myself 2 lightsabers, and I just see like a squad of guys coming at me. I'm just walking up to them, gradually hitting them back. Then I get to them, just slice them up. And then, like in an actual attack against like another Jedi, I would be good at defense. I wouldn't be an offensive fighter.
Really good moment, episode 2, episode 3, Anakin dual wielding.
Yeah,
because that was
if you want good dual wielding, you need to watch the Clone Wars. Ahsoka Tano and Asajj Ventress. they put. Oh, Jordan Reed apparently has a concussion. He's out. That's why he didn't get anything. So those are. I'll show you that when we're done. I'm not show it on here. Don't do that. Yeah, I'll show you Ahsoka Tano and Soft Ventress.
Well,
they have awesome dual wielding.
Have you ever watched the shit Dorkman?
Probably.
The live action shit that they put together, yellow lightsaber is usually how he rolls.
Hold on.
That is really cool shit. Let's not do that while they're here. We'll watch it. We're trying to do a show.
Okay, it's fine. I'll just show it to you. Okay, so that was my question. Okay, that's Soft Ventress.
Yeah,
both curved hilt. I think those are too long for me though.
That's an assassin's blade.
Yeah, she is an assassin. She's a Sith assassin. She's Dooku's one of his apprentices, apprenti, whatever you call it.
Yeah, apprentices sounds like such a
Ahsoka Tano.
It's like walruses. Walrus eye. Sounds so much funner to say.
Ahsoka Tano. I see them getting images. What?
You spelled Ahsoka wrong. Don't forget the H.
Damn it, Ahsoka Tuna. Okay, I just put Star Wars out.
You are driving yourself nuts on those. Hey, the Broncos scored a touchdown. Believe that shit.
Who scored it?
I am going to tell you very shortly. You don't have anyone on that team anyway.
Tana, there we go.
C.J. Anderson.
Yes, yeah, that's me then. I got points.
No way. Hillman.
No.
Hillman got the touchdown.
Fuck me running. God damn it.
Hillman got the touchdown.
Okay, she dual wields.
I told you to pick up Hillman.
Okay, that's her right there. She's in the new Rebel series, so she has white labels. She has no denomination one way or the other, because she believes the Jedi Order. But that's her. She has a shorter second blade, and I like the shorter second blade.
The shorter second blade is better for defense.
And they're both straight. They're both straight. So I don't like the straight. I don't like the straight hilt.
We're 100% in agreement on that. Like the curved hilt allows for a better far out hold. You still have balance. But I think
it trolls in your hand better and moves better in your hand if it's curved. You know what I mean? I think it moves better in your hand if it's curved.
Well, I bought my nephew the Dooku lightsaber for Christmas one year, and it really felt very natural.
That's her in the new Rebel series. So she survived Order 66. So
it felt very natural in the hand. I'm not gonna lie.
And I don't want to get too much into the shit. That would be my new background.
I can see why you do that.
Yeah. I have Katie Cassidy's one. The upside, she's very, she has great acrobatics. That's that's her biggest asset as a Jedi.
She's light on her feet.
Very light on her feet. I'm guessing she's fighting in a bikini somewhere. I don't know.
That shit happens.
It does. So yeah, that's cool. I personally can't wait for the show to start. Starts this week. I know you're not too much into that, so I'm not going to bore you with it. But anyway, I just wanted to ask you about that. So you would pick. I would pick one purple, the defensive one purple, and the attack one orange.
I'm all about, like I said, if pink showed up better on a lightsaber, I would be more than happy to go with it. But it doesn't. It really doesn't show through in LED lighting. I don't know why, but it just doesn't pick up well.
Maybe you need to look for a different brand or whatever.
I'm going to see what Makoto's got. It costs a lot more, but I'm telling you kids, a Makoto lightsaber will stand up to any punishment. You can handle it. It's actually an LED strip in the blade itself. He runs a tri-filament system, which is amazing. I've been in contact with the individual. He is actually in the process of building me a custom double-bladed purple, but his shit's amazing. It'll stand up. And check online. I guarantee you, go on YouTube. Check when you're on YouTube. While you're here, look it up. Look up Makoto V3 and see the guys out there that are talking about them. Anyone who owns one absolutely loves them. They stand up to the punishment. They'll take the challenge. They're the only ones considered a true stunt wielding saber.
We spent like 3, almost 35 minutes talking about Star Wars.
What?
I love it. No, I
We're
love it.
nerds.
I know, we love it. I
I'm
love
glad
it.
I can't talk about G.I. Joe, but they're not doing anything right now. It is what it is.
The last movie was horrible. Just throwing it out there.
It wasn't as bad as the first one.
I like the first one better than the second one.
I like the second one better than the first one. It had Bruce Willis in it. As General Clayton Abraham.
I thought the action was better than the first one. I thought the action was better than the first one.
I like the second one.
Don't dislike Bruce Willis.
I just
don't like the first one.
It's just a personal preference. It is what it is. We're not going to argue about that right now.
Okay.
But we are going to have another movie conversation, and we're going to roll into our top 10 if you're interested.
Right now? You go to that? Going to that?
You get more Star Wars?
No more Star Wars.
Okay.
Well. We both disagree. Star Wars is just awesome all the time.
Always, no matter what, except for Jar Jar Binks. Fuck Jar Jar Binks.
Yeah. They actually had a deleted scene where they actually had him die in the first movie, and they had an alternative script without Jar Jar Binks. But without Jar Jar Binks, you don't have Emperor Palpatine getting his power and voting the lack of confidence in Chancellor Valier, the guy who's Chancellor Valier. Yeah. Valier. So, I mean, he is part of the story important, but the goofiness in the first one's bad.
Everyone fucking hates him. And the 100 people out there that like him, you need to kill yourselves. Yeah. If you're watching this, do it now. Do it. Do a video of you killing yourself while watching us.
Yeah.
Again. Well, we're gonna over Barney-fy this episode, but that's fine.
Yeah, you need to look at yourself and be like, maybe it's me.
Maybe it's me.
Okay, we're gonna go to some movie talk real quick.
I'm gonna get another.
We got our top 10. Our top 10 is top 10 animated movies. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and up that right now.
Stop.